Have you ever struggled to find the words to pray what was in your heart? You've maybe been so overwhelmed you just couldn't find a way to express in words what you were going through. We've all been there on some level. And the good news is this, is that God's already given us those words. He's given us prayers. We see this actually in Psalm 108. Psalm 108 is what we'd call a hybrid psalm, meaning it wasn't written from scratch. It's a combination of verses from Psalm 57 and verses from Psalm 60, which were both psalms David wrote. The fact is, Psalm 108 was probably written during or after the Babylonian exile, long after David was alive. So it's almost like the psalmist is giving David copyright credit, calling it a Psalm of David. He's borrowing David's words, not because he's lazy, but because these are the words that say what he needs to say. It's like finding the perfect greeting card to give to the Lord. I may not be the original author of these words, Lord, but here, they're saying exactly what I need to say. So he reached back to two earlier Psalms, parts of 57 and parts of 60, and he brought them together in a new prayer for a new moment. It's like he was saying, Lord, I need the same help today that David needed here and here way back then. I need you to rescue me the way you rescued him. You were faithful then. We need you to be faithful now. You're the same God. You did it before. You can do it again. So it's a psalm that reminds us it's okay to lean on the prayers of Scripture when we're stuck, when we're weary, when we can't find our own words. We don't have to sit in silence. We can draw from and pray the words from Scripture with genuineness, with sincerity from our innermost being, just like this psalmist did. We can say, Lord, you are my shepherd. I know you've got me. You'll provide. We can say, be still my soul and know that he is God, or create in me a clean heart, O God. Or, Lord, I believe, but help my unbelief. I've often taken Daniel's prayer in Daniel chapter 9 to intercede for lost family members or to pray for our nation. We don't have to invent the perfect prayer. We just need to cry out in genuineness to the perfect God. So when you don't know what to pray, pray Scripture. When you can't find your own words, borrow God's words, because his promises never fail. And as you do, remember this, the same God who was faithful then is the same God who is faithful now. He hears and he answers, and he'll do it again.